So money is not necessarily going to be the answer to what I'm looking for, although money right now is the system we've got, and money is the way that can unfold a lot of opportunity available to us. So, but can you not see it's workforce? And workforce can happen without money. And some of the tools that we need available to us right now cost money, but it can be available if somebody's willing to give the gift of what they have. And I'd rather attract the gift that they have and use it, and use me as an example. While I felt life was hopeless and helpless, and I smoked still, I used to smoke saying, Judy, you're a failure. Judy, you're a failure. Every day that I try and quit smoking and I fail, it just reprograms my brain. But I've been using my smoking to learn more about myself, while not having the confidence that I needed in myself to have the value of who I am appreciated by others, because that's what we all want. We all want to see that we have value to others. We all want to experience our value from others. We're all connected, just like every cell in your body. Your heart must be respected by your lungs, which must be respected by your brain. I mean, if you look at your whole body, you have a government system, and you have a lot of little people, cells, that have a function of their own and a purpose of their own, and they are all designed to keep you healthy, but your brain or other parts of your organs are not listening to the government of yourself. So while I didn't have the confidence in myself, while I didn't have the effective communication skills that were needed to get people to understand me instantly, I believed in myself, just like you need to believe in yourself. I needed to believe in my potential. I needed to believe in that opposite of that I was experiencing. And I knew I had to do or die. I either had to wake up every day, practice my skills, have faith that things will turn around. And now I'm starting to show signs that things are turning around. I'm getting a lot of people subscribe to my channel. So if this helps you, subscribe and share. It lets me know I have a little value. But use that more as an experience, a reflection of you have that same potential inside you. Every one of us has a unique skill. I mean, if I went out, if I did start collecting some money that gave me a little more to live off of, it's like, what would I spend it on? Could use a little more clothing. Do I go out to, these corporate stores and buy my clothes? Or would I prefer to buy from a local designer that's using local materials, maybe used clothing, and is talented enough to create some fashion I feel great in? Meanwhile, it gives them a living doing something they love, and they become the hero in the community. We don't need to have these big designers that are only designing, for a globe. There's a lot of other designers that want a chance. And, the goal is to make the $1 billion. What the fuck are you going to do with the $1 billion? Just go for what you need to have a loving life that you need it with. Don't go to an extreme. Otherwise, you start looking like evil. If you have more than everybody else, there's something wrong. I personally cannot receive more than what's already out there. I do need to earn more than what I have in order for me to be productive in what I need to do, but I don't need an excess. I don't need more than what I need. So I hope if anything, this gives an example that you need to practice. And one thing I noticed while I'm starting to collect money is while you live in the experience that you only know, because I've never experienced getting paid for what I actually love doing, that's foreign to me. So I don't know the chemicals to make in order for me to feel that. So I had to make the chemicals of being abundant and prosperous, know that I can attract it, have the confidence to get up every day and still do something, even though I've had this army against me. And it's worked. However, I've noticed that this guy that's trying to offer me money has sent me an email once before and I totally didn't see it. He had to send me 2 emails for me to recognize somebody's trying to offer me money. It was there right in front of me, but I didn't see it because I wasn't used to receiving money for doing something I love. So it's like when you jump into what it is you want to attract, you're not going to recognize it all that fast. It's not going to come to you that easy. You just have to constantly believe it's there and constantly look for it, look for it, look for it. And fake as many chemicals. Try and go back in your past. And when was the last time I actually felt prosperous? When was the last time I actually felt hopeful? When was the last time I actually felt happy? Because it does mean that you need to feel happy in order to attract and build our sensation of happiness. So I'm not complaining about everybody that's feeling happy right now. You know, it's like, thank you. You're on a right path, but it takes a little more. You need to be a global thinker. You need to see that your happiness also is based on the happiness of others. And that's where I'm at. I am happy. I'm as happy as I can be. And I'm looking to improve on my happiness every day. And it doesn't mean living in even 1 second. I cannot afford to live 1 second in the hopeless, helpless, life is not worth living. Anytime I go down that path, I know my brain is going to think about that for 1 minute. That minute's going to turn into an hour. That hour is going to turn into a week. That week is going to turn into a year, and nothing is happening. So anytime I catch myself saying life is not worth living, I have no value, I'm not being appreciated, I have to turn that around and say, yeah, it is worth living. May not be the best right now, but that means I have the potential to make it worth living. What would make life worth living? What does that picture look like? How can I make that happen? Reverse mechanics what my life dream would look like and see what is it I need to do in order to make that happen. And then if I think about that for 1 second, that 1 second would turn into a minute, that will turn into an hour, that will turn into a week, that will turn into a year. Every time I think about that, I walk into it. It will force me to do an action of something because I'm excited. It's like, oh my God, I have this potential. Oh my God, I have to walk into it. You know, so you have to force yourself to walk into it. I'm really going to, I'm starting to be revolted against smoking. I have to have value for myself, and just as everybody else is showing me value, I have to respect the value for myself and for my body. And I am seriously starting to really be totally offended by smoking. And that's the state I'm trying to build on, is to find smoking so rejecting, so evil, so going against me that I won't partake in it. Peace out.